Fernando Alonso will become the first driver to surpass 400 race starts if he competes in every Grand Prix this year. Can he win a third World Championship?
Fernando, great to see you here. I'm just thinking this team made a good start to last season, so they obviously developed well over last winter. Are you looking for a similarly strong start to this year? I'm sure you are, but are you confident there might be one?
I wish we had that strong winter, but we will find out in Bahrain, I guess. I think the car looks great. I think we did an evolution from last year, good baseline already. So, yeah, let's see. We are confident, but I think everyone is going to be strong this year. The field is going to be very tight, so that's always interesting.
Yeah. We talked about the team's own expectations of itself growing and the new facility here, it seeing itself as a big team from now on. When you start a season, are you looking year on year to see a better attitude from everyone at the team, a kind of greater level of ambition?
Of course. I think the team has to grow up in many areas, not only in the facilities, the spirit inside the team, the motivation, the targets they need to raise every year. And if we want to become a top team, a top contender, we need to see a change every year towards that. And that's also the attitude that we need to have, the targets, the goals. We need to be more ambitious, and let's see this year.
Yeah, I mean, when you're racing, I suppose, at your age, you get that extra name. Your age is always mentioned, Fernando. I mean, in terms of how you see the future, are you open-ended about it? Are you taking it year by year, or are you thinking, I'm going to be here for a few years yet?
Let's see. At the moment, obviously, very focused on the start of the season and performed well. It worked okay last year, concentrating only in the performance and not too much in the future. So eventually, if I keep racing, for the next few years, I will try to do it, or to take the decision at the beginning of the year. I don't want to stand, the process too much into the season, because always affect a little bit the performance. So let's see if I make a decision soon, and if the team is happy as well.
Lots happening in the driver market. A lot of people will link you because you're out of contract potentially at the end of the year with Mercedes. We've seen Lewis Hamilton leave there. I saw you playing table tennis with George Russell on a plane. you wanting to do that on a more regular basis. Are you open-minded about that potentially?
Well, at the moment, as I said, I didn't spend too much time thinking about the future, because I think it's already a lot of things going on in winter and in the first race of the year, where you need to start on the right foot. I'm aware of, there are not many world champions available, with Max already with Red Bull and now Lewis on Ferrari. There is only me left on the table, let's say, without contract. But first of all, I think I need to feel myself if I want to commit for the future, to keep racing. If I feel that I can give 200% to a team, and all the things on and off track. And if I do so, what I could say is that Aston Martin will be my first priority and the first team that I will sit down, because there is a sense of loyalty to them. We achieved so many things last year together. They gave me the opportunity last year or 2 years ago when I left Alpine. So they will be the first one to sit down for sure.
In terms of who you'll be battling, if we can look forward to this season, Aston Martin, McLaren, they made a good step, and maybe you hope you can make a similar kind of one and develop along those lines. Lando committing his future there as well was interesting. Do you see them is that a smart move by him? Are they a team on the up too? Do you think that can really challenge Red Bull?
Yeah, let's see. It's too many speculations right now until we put the cars on track. But yeah, I think it's going to be very tight at the front. I think Red Bull hopefully will not have the advantage that they showed last year. So we have Red Bull, we have Ferrari with Charles and Carlos, we have Mercedes, obviously, that probably Luis and Mercedes, they want to fight for the 8th before they split. McLaren, hopefully Aston Martin, AlphaTauri as well, or new name. So I think it's going to be very tight at the front, and within 2 or 3 tenths, you can be fighting for podium or out of the top 10 and that will be very interesting to see.
So last question. I mean, you can't write anything off. Obviously, a wheel hasn't turned yet, but things are maybe close enough for the potential maybe for Aston to win a race this year.
I hope so. I think that's the aim. We have to be optimistic in this part of the year. We want to be regularly on the points. We want to be a contender for podiums, if possible, as we were last year. And it will be nice to have the first win for Aston Martin and me behind the wheel, if possible. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting to see.